Hello everybody, Humve here, in another Diablo Immortal video. Today we're going to take a look at my uh, endless defense build. I use summons for this. Mainly we focus on the skeletal mages. We use the stone or clay golem for its uh, crowd control capabilities, and we use our skeleton champions for their buff capabilities. This is our last run that we did yesterday. It was a 72,000 plus point run. We are almost finished here. It's a very frustrating point where everything just takes so long to get to you that the fog ends up catching you more than the monsters do. But we end up dying and they take out our tour. We rank second with this. I'll speed it up here a little bit. We'll skip to the end. We completed it and total 7,000 or 72,670, which puts us in second currently, I believe, as of the time of this video. Somebody might have beaten us out, but last time I checked, we were currently second place. Um, so we're going to take a look at this build right now. We'll start off with our Paragon tree. For the Paragon, we use Indestructible, which is pretty much a given for survival. It gives you an extra life. We also use Regeneration, which when you drop below 30% life, heals you a bunch per second. We raise this bonus up to 5% with Resilience, and we also raise the bonus of Battlefield Efficiency up to 30% so that we have uh, maximum cap of 90% for our recharge rate for our healing potions, and we have a maximum cap of 15% per second for our heal after we hit 30%. We also increase the healing received by heal blows by 15% for each party member. That maximum raises up to 45% if you have all three nearby. This is what I use. I also maxed out all my other trees as much as I could to give me the best stat bonuses that I can get from my paragons. We'll move on to our skills here. I use Bone Spear first. Have a charm giving me 4% extra damage. There's nothing really special. I don't use anything to modify it. We use Command Golem, the basic main Command Golem for our Clay Golem for its command. For its crowd control capabilities. Its stun and its taunt are very useful inside, especially when you get to the later levels. He dies often, but it does save your door and gets people or gets the crowd rearranged so you can do more damage to them quicker. We also increase his size with some of our eternal gear. Uh, The size is increased by 30% because I have three pieces for the chest, main hand, and main hand, and 4% from damage from our charms. Our command skeletons, we just use the basic command skeletons as well, but we have our main hand that gives them extra attack speed, and we also use the main hand that gives them extra damage, so we do a little bit more. They also decreases the time required to raise their skeleton champions by 57% from our offhand. Our magic attributes has a 20% chance to summon an additional skeleton. Um, we take one, well, we don't use our maximum amount of skeletons for this build because we use a different ability from an eternal gear for a skeleton mage. Um, I would recommend getting the eternal gear for the skeleton mage as well, saving it, and any other eternal gear that you can get. Don't destroy it. Save it in your stash, put it in your inventory, lock it away so that you can keep it and be able to use it for different combinations for different builds if you'd like to try them out. We'll move on to our skeletal mages here. We use the Thunder Mage, which hits up to 5 targets per attack. Um, And also, that's from our offhand. Our skeleton mages also strike 38% faster, or up to 38% faster with successive hits. Since they have a really long lifespan, that usually caps out pretty quickly, and then they have 38% for quite a large amount of their uptime. It also reduces the cooldown, so you can cast them more often. We also have longer duration from our headpiece and more cooldown reduction. And this is the eternal ability that I was talking about, the magical attribute. Gives them an additional shield. I only have one of these because I destroyed a bunch of my other eternal gear. Don't be like me, don't destroy that. I did have enough to give them all 4 of the shields, which would in turn make them have almost 5 times more life, I believe, or 4 times more life, something like that. This or not 4 times more life. This shield is approximately half of their life or a third of their life. So when you cast it on there, you get about a third bonus extra shield, and when you add more on there, it's about half. And then the third piece is about 3/4. So it doubles your life of your skeletons when you have 4 pieces, I'd say. And our last and not least skill is bone armor. We use the ablative armor from our chest piece to give us 5 charges of damage immunity. That comes in handy, especially towards the end if you can dodge skills, or if you can dodge damage and being hit, then this really does help when you actually do get tapped by somebody by accident. You end up lasting a little bit longer. Bone armor duration is increased by 39% by our legs as well, as the cooldown decrease as well. And our charm damage, bone armor isn't doing any damage, so that's kind of useless at the moment. I use that for different builds, and I use the same charm, so I just leave it there because all the other skills are on my charm. So that's what we use for skills, and now we're going to move on to what we have in our gear for gems and the other abilities. I'll scroll down these so you can see them. I'm just putting the best runes in that are most effective that I can get at the moment. I have Berserker's Eye in this. Gives me 16% extra damage, and increases critical hit by 2%. I also take more damage, but that's fine. I'm usually damage immune from my bone armor anyway. We also have these as our bonus attributes for our Reforge. I use the Hydra because that is a summon as well, and it also gets bonuses from my other abilities. We use Parting Gift for the Blade of Armor, Command Golem Saws. This is an eternal piece of gear, that's why it has the Command Golem on it. That's how you can tell what's eternal and what's not. We use Freedom and Devotion for our bonus duration for summons, so that the skeleton mages last longer. And a Blade of Armor. We got 6 pieces of Vexed gear on here as well, and we have 2 pieces of Lashed gear. And once again, the bonus Reforged attributes are pretty much the same. We use the Skeleton Mage Eternal gear here as well. Mother's Lament for bonus critical hit damage, or bonus critical hit, and it's a little damage thing at the end as well. We have 2 lashed pieces of gear, like I said earlier, and Skeleton Mage strike faster. We also have basically the same as the Command Skeletons, Eternal piece of gear, Bloody Reach for our gem. This is usually maxed out because I'm usually not standing right next to what I'm fighting. I'm trying to dodge them and run away. So that's usually maxed out at 24%, which is a really big bonus. And the second piece of Lash gear, the rest of them are Vexed, and all of our bonuses are just about the same again. We are going to use Command Skeleton Eternal Gear and Command Golem. We got 2 pieces, 2 of the same skills, so this is a 3/4/4 piece of gear. It has Echoing Shade in it. They use the auxiliary gem to give it Phoenix Ash's ability, so that I have another life in in the endless run. And we have the same basic thing of Vexed and cheat death chance, just in case it gives me a little bit extra chance to get another life. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We have Bone Spikes and Bone Spirits on this Eternal Piece of Gear. It's another 3/4/4, but I don't use either of those skills. Draw Rune and Follower's Burden in here. Follower's Burden is usually maxed out as well because I usually have 6 summons at least, so that's 18% more damage. It's a pretty good bonus. Your summons also take 6% decreased damage, which is also useful. And our Thunder Mages from our offhand and Vexed also the same pretty well everywhere as you go. Damage taken while suffering loss of control is decreased by 4%. They're pretty much the same. I just have a couple different ones I can do. We use our No Rest No Peace. This is another 3/4/4 Quartz Lance and Command Golem. A Command Golem gets extra size so that it's more effective in our battle. We try to max that out. So for Endless, I would suggest maxing out Eternal Gear for Command Golem and Skeletal Mages if you can, rather than the Command Skeletons for more summons, because you don't normally run around having 5 or more Skeletal Mages, and the way that this works, you get bonuses to your attack speed whenever one of your Command Skeletons dies. So whenever you cast a mage, a skeleton usually dies and the buff procs. We're using a Blood-Soaked Jade in here. I'm always usually at full life right up until the end, so this is usually running at maximum bonuses. And we also have Vexed and the other same pretty much bonuses going through damage and attack speed and everything else that I have here. We're going to use another Eternal Piece of Gear, it's another 3/4/4, but we don't use these 2 skills that are on it. And this is Bottled Hope, and we're going to be using that for a buff. It procs whenever we cast our Bone Armor. If we wait until the 20 seconds, you can actually have it cast every single time. And because we have the extra duration on our Bone Armor, we can wait until 20 seconds if we really want to count it out. It's only 5 extra seconds after you're able to cast it, so if you just are a little bit patient, you can have your Bottled Hope proc every time you cast Bone Armor. For our set pieces of gear, we're going to be using 2 pieces of Vithi's Urges, so that we have bonus duration on our beneficial effects. That once again helps our Bone Armor's duration. And we're going to have 4 pieces of Shepherd's Call to Wolves, so that we have extra critical, because we're normally running with 6 summons anyway, so you might as well have 18% extra critical. And we're running also 2 pieces of War Rags of Shalbass for the extra primary damage, and increased by 15%. That increases all of your summons damages by 15% as well. And now I hope you guys will enjoy the festivities I have with our warband fighting in the endless battle. It takes quite a bit of time, a little over half an hour. I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe.
Still recharging. always patient. Die! Give it more time. Not yet. Not yet. Death is inevitable. I must wait, it seems. is patient. No, not yet. That ability must recharge. No, not yet. Is patient. Through recharging. Death is patient.
Your souls will serve!
That ability must recharge. Give it more time. Through recharging.
The harvest begins! Death is inevitable.
Give it more time. No, not yet. I must wait. Through recharging. I must wait. It seems. Death is patient. ability must recharge. Give it more time. Is patient.
Your soul will serve.
Do return. I must wait. No, not yet. Do return. Give it more time. Ability must recharge. I must wait.
The balance
Is
preserved.
return. Give it more time. That ability must recharge. Not yet. Give it more time. I must wait, it seems. Give it more time. That ability must recharge. Is patient. I must wait, it seems.
Death is inevitable.
That ability must recharge. No, not yet. Give it more time. That ability must ability must recharge. Restored.
Corpses are mine!
Give it more time.
Death is inevitable.
I must wait, it seems. No, not yet. I must wait, it seems. Wait,
Death is inevitable.
no, not yet. I must wait, it seems.
Your grave beckons.
Is patient.
Die and rot.
My life fades. Give it more time. I must wait, it seems.
Fear not the end.
Give it more time. Is patient.
Your grave beckons.
Not yet.
Death is inevitable.
Still recharging. That ability must recharge.
Fear not the end.
Not yet. I must wait, it seems.
Your grave beckons.
Still recharging.
Fear not the end.
Not yet. Ability must recharge. Not yet. Ability must recharge. I must wait, it seems.
Your corpses are mine.
Is patient. Give it more time. Still recharging. I must wait, it seems. Is patient. Give it more time. No, not yet. That ability it's not. I must wait, it seems.
The balance.
Preserved. Ability to charge. Death is patient.
Your corpses are mine.
Give it more time.
The harvest begins.
Give it more time. Still recharging.
Fear not the end.
Not yet. Give it more time. I must wait, it seems. That ability must recharge.
Your corpses are mine.
Give it more time. Still recharging. That ability must recharge. I must wait, it seems. That ability must recharge. Still recharging.
avenge it.